Hello all, welcome back to Learning Partner. If you are new, please do subscribe. This is another channel where you can directly connect with me. We have around 1,000 plus members already who are working. We take live coding sessions and everything. To just get notified about those sessions, please do join this group. So guys, with this new series, I'm just going to plan on building a logic development series. Plus, how do we do the problem solving, whatever you say it. How do you analyze a task? How do you provide a solution to that task? Fine. So if you just see the two tasks are there. First is the package selection and second is the plan selection. Now over here in the first window, you can see we have certain three number of packages. If I click on particular one, if I click on the GeoFiber, you can see I'm getting that particular information for that pan. If I click on business, that particular information. But along with the click of that event, this button is also getting selected. Fine. So this is the first task. Then second task is plan selection. So we have certain radio buttons. Let's say if I click on mobile and if I click on continue, I get that selected plan over here. If I select on broadband, and if I again click on continue, that whatever the plan we have selected, that is visible. But it's on the click event. And on click of reset, again, we are resetting everything to the way it was earlier. So these two tasks in this video, I'm going to explain you like how we can do this in the Angular. Again, just like the way I'm explaining in the Angular, I will create one more video or one more series in React as well, so that React guys also can understand how they will implement over there. JavaScript, I have already covered it. So now with Angular and the React, I will be doing it. So this is another Angular project. I have already using it for logic development. So in that I have created a component and the basic UI I have created. Now, the first task we are going to see. So there are multiple ways. So first is with static UI. Static UI means this UI is static. And considering this UI is static, considering let's say packages are static, only three packages we are going to have. So we will build the logic. Then we will go for the dynamic. Fine. So let me just showcase you the UI. So if you can see, this is the UI. These are the various icons we have. And after this row, we have these three divs. Let me just uncomment this. Sorry. Let's just uncomment this. What is happening? If I save, so you can see respective all these information are visible. But unless I click on the particular button, that information should not be available. Correct. So we have, because this code I have just copy pasted from there. So mobile plan is this, then fiber plan is this, and business plan is this. Now on the respective plan button, I need to show the respective button. Correct. So for that, a simple way is I will create a variable. So let's say current selected plan colon boolean, or we will store a string value because plan names are multiple. So now again, a quick tip over here. Whenever you create a variable, make sure that variable name is descriptive. If you can understand it is okay, but others should also understand your code, what code you have written. So by saying just the variable name, he should understand what you are going to use it. Correct? Now we have created a variable. Now we have three buttons for all the different plans. So what we can do, we can create a click event. So click on, this is let's say mobile, on mobile select. First, the normal approach I'm going, which is creating multiple function. Again, we will optimize it also. First option, we are trying to create multiple options, multiple functions. So this is the first function. And on click of this, in this variable, what we will store, let's say this dot current plan selection is equal to mobile. Just like this, we have to create multiple function because we have three plans. So let's copy, let's paste it over here. Here it will be led on fiber select. Let's create this function now. And here in the same variable, we will be storing the fiber value. Just like that, we will need one more function on business select. And here we will store business value. Fine. And this function we have to call on the respective button over here. So what we are doing on each button, we are calling another function, and in all the function, we are setting some particular value into this variable. Now, whatever the button we click, this variable knows like which button got selected or what is the current selected plan. So this we can use by using ngif. We can display either you can use ngif or in @if also. But this project was with previous version, so I will go with ngif. So this div star ngif equal to, if this variable holds the value, sorry, in single quote we need to compare. Let's say in on click of mobile button we are storing mobile, so if it is mobile we have to render this just like this. I will copy paste over here and over here. This will be for fiber, so this value we need to compare. And last, the business value, because this variable is going to hold any of the three value. Let's try now if it is working. This is first way by creating multiple function. So now if I click on fiber, you can see we are getting the fiber information. If I click on business, you can see that particular information is getting selected. If I click on mobile, mobile plan information is getting selected. It is working fine. And one more thing, we need to add a highlight button also, like which button user has selected. So for that, again, we will use the same value over here. This is the static class. Just like that, we will have a dynamic class also. Square bracket, round bracket. I'm going to use a ng class. So if this variable has the value mobile, then this class will be added, otherwise this class. So again, the same property. In this variable, what values we can have? If in this variable we have the mobile, so here we will add btn success class or btn primary. So this class will go over here. Vice versa condition. So I will just copy paste this over here also and over here also. We just need to change the condition. Here it will be fiber and here it will be business. We just need to remove the static class from over here. So just see now. If we click on the fiber, you can see the button is also getting selected and the plan information is also visible. See, wherever I'm clicking, that particular button is getting selected. So this is the first approach where we have created multiple function. But this is kind of a repetitive thing. Why do we need three functions? So now instead of creating three functions, we can have a one function, but with a parameter. So set selected plan. See the function name also, how I'm giving the function name, plan name. Fine. And I will have this to be stored in this variable plan name over here. So now we don't need these three functions. We just need to call this same function on all the button click. So over here, we just need to call this set selected plan, and we just need to pass the parameter. What we can pass? This is a mobile, so mobile we will select. Let's copy. Over here, we need to pass the fiber value. And over here, we need the business value. Let's copy and paste it. Now we don't need this multiple functions. So for now, I'm just copy pasting, commenting it. So now if you click on over here, you can see it is behaving the same. So instead of creating multiple function and that function, because in all the function what we are doing, same thing. We are just assigning a variable value, correct? So instead of creating multiple function, we can create one function, but with a parameter. And while calling this function, we can pass a different parameter. Fine. So this is one way of doing it, where what we discussed, this is the static way. Next is for dynamic way. So this way was necessary when we know like only three packages are there. Let's say if we want to make this also dynamic, sometimes three packages are there, sometimes four, sometimes one package, sometimes two. If we have to make it dynamic, right? So how we can do it? So instead of creating this static UI, we can create an array of plans. So let's say plan array. colon any, or what we can do, because we are going to have a plan name and the related information also, right? So it is going to be an array. So I'm just going with any. So array. So what we can have, plan name colon this value and then plan description something. This is one object. Let me just copy paste, then we will add the value. Let's say we have 4 plan. So first is, let's say, mobile. Then what we said, fiber. Then we had business. Then let's say school plan, one more. Let's get the information also. So this was an information for mobile. So I will put it over here. Then 2000 rupees month for was also there. Then let's get for the business fiber. And the last one for the business. So let's copy. Let's paste it over here. 4000 rupees per month. And let's school level plan. Let's say it will be 2300 rupees per month. Correct. So now what we have created, instead of creating a static UI, we have created an plan array. We have an array of object where we have stored the plan. Now, instead of, this was a static UI, correct? Let me just comment this so that we can have the original code also. Now we have to iterate it also. So I will just copy this old code. Now we just need this. So now we have the row, inside that we have column. So now this column should be iterated. So star ng for, I'm just going to use star ng for, if you are using Angular 18, you can use direct @ for loop also. So plan array, item of plan array. Right now, whatever the static was there, we just need to make it dynamic. So instead of static mobile, we will showcase item is an array of objects. So item dot what we need to show, plan name over here. And over here, we just need to, while in this variable, what we are going to compare, plan name. So nothing is static, right? Everything is dynamic. So we have to provide plan name over here. Sorry, let me just copy paste. And over here also we need to pass the same. So same function we are going to use. Just instead of static, now our array, now our plans will be dynamic. But here we don't need the multiple divs because we have the plan details over here. So instead of this multiple, let me just comment it. Let's just create a simple div. And instead of this ngIf, what we need, one more variable, just like this, current. Now, instead of current selected plan, just storing the, instead of storing the plan name only, we will store the whole objects. So we will make it any. And so instead of, let me just put the original one, we will put it as it is, current plan any. Fine. Now let's create another function also, set plan. Now here we will get plan data, and this plan data we will store it over here. So we have created a new function, a new variable also we have created, and this function will save whatever the plan data we get as parameter into this. Now this function we will call it over here. Instead of this, we will pass whole object, means whole data, right? And whatever the plan we select, on click of that plan selection, we are passing the current object, and that object we are going to store in this variable. So this variable, we can display it over here. Using interpolation, current plan dot, what we need to display from there? Just the plan description. And here also item dot, instead of this, we need to make use of current plan dot our plan name. So see, this is also dynamic and this is also dynamic. Let's make it call instead of this. So now everything is dynamic. See, UI is dynamic. Why button is coming like this? Something is wrong, I think. Button is there. If current plan dot plan name is equal to item dot plan name. If button success, okay, so it might have got broken. So here we just need to initialize empty object where plan name is equal to empty. That's it we need. And plan description also we will set it as empty because it should not break. Let's save. So now you can see button is coming. Now, whatever the plans we have added, that plans are coming. If I click on the GeoFiber, see, GeoFiber information is visible, button is also getting selected. Getting it? So we have seen two approaches. First was the UI was static, and in second case, UI was dynamic. So this is a way how you can achieve this task. With this help, with these approaches, I have shown three approaches. First, with multiple function, then with one function as a parameter, then using that approach, we have done the dynamic UI. Instead of static UI, we have just created an array, and that array we have binded to the HTML. So dynamic UI also we have achieved. Now, moving on to second one. So this is a simple task. We have certain, just like this only, just instead of buttons, we have a radio buttons. So we have radio buttons over here. We just need to showcase on click of continue. We just need to showcase the selected plan. So normal way is you can create a variable and that variable you can bind to the radio button. So whatever the value you select, that you will get it over here. But on click of continue, we need to display, right? So how do we handle that? So again, UI is created. You can see four radio buttons are here and button is also there. So what we can do, what is this package now? Okay, again, plan is there. What kind of plan is there? Same thing we have did. So here package. Okay, let's go with the package over here now. So now I will create a variable current package data type string. I will initialize with empty. Now this variable, I have to bind it. I have the radio button and this radio button has the same name. So all the radio button will work as a group. So I can bind ng model over here like this. Let's copy. Since radio buttons are multiple, but name has the same, means it will act as a group. So wherever, whatever the radio button is selected in this variable, that value will goes. Fine. For now, let me just print the variable value so that you will understand. Let's save, and check it. So now here you can see currently it is empty. If I select fiber optic, you can see fiber optic is coming. Broadband is coming. Business is coming. But this is very easy. But what we need to do, on click of continue. I don't need to showcase once user select the checkbox. On click of continue, we need to show the selected plan. Now just think how you can do that, because we have created a variable. That variable we have already binded to the radio button. So once we change the radio button, that value is going to get stored into the variable. So directly we can display, but we don't want to do that. On click of continue, we need to display the selected plan. So for that, you can do is creating one more variable is button is continue. I will create a boolean value and I will make it false. Now, so we have this radio button. On click of continue, we have to call a function. So click on continue. Let's create this function. Now on click of continue, what I will do? This variable, I will make it true. Fine. So the plan name is we have stored in the current package. In this variable, we have stored the plan name. On click of continue, we are making this variable true. So this variable, we will use it over here as a ng if star ng if this variable is true, then only this strong tag is visible. And here we will print our variable value. That is nothing but this. We'll go over here because in this variable, we have got the selected plan info. Fine. So let's see now. So by default, it is not visible. If I check some checkbox, still it is not visible. But if I continue, then it is visible. Fine. But now if I change the value, again it is visible. I didn't click the continue button, but still it is showing the latest value. So we need to handle this scenario also because what is our task? On click of continue only, we have to show the latest selected value. But now what is happening? Even if I change the radio button, first time it was behaving perfectly. See, if I select, it is not visible. If I continue, it is visible. But if I change again, it is visible. It should not be visible. The selected plan should not be visible on click of change. It should be available once we click continue. So what we can do, once we change the radio button, again, that value, we can make it as a false. But that, yeah, let it be because there will be a no way how you can, even if we, what we can say, on click of change, let me just think this. Okay. So our task was on click of continue, we need to show the selected plan. So for that, a simple solution will be we can create one more plan. So current package, and here I will create one more variable, current selected package colon string is equal to empty. And to this variable, on this variable, what I will do on click of continue, I will assign the value to this variable. And what will be the value? The current package, because this variable is going, we have assigned it to the radio button, and this we will print it over here. So now our, what do we say, the task, what will look perfect. So see, currently it is nothing. If I select, still it is nothing. But once I click on continue, it is available. If I click on broadband, see, it is showing the old value because that variable we didn't change. We are changing that variable on click of continue. See, got it? So this is the logic development. These are the scenarios which we have to tackle when we actually work in the project. So you need to, by just creating one more variable, we have achieved this. So I hope this was helpful. Now the same thing, same task I will try to create in the React as well, but it will be in the another video. So just for the time being, you can just try this if you know the Angular. If you are a React developer, you can wait, or whatever the logic, because language doesn't matter. Whatever the logic I have written in Angular, same kind of logic you will write in the React also. I hope the video was helpful. Please do like and subscribe.